Hey everyone, it's Chris, and this is another View podcast. This is for rendering. Once you've finished all the other things that I've done in my recent podcast, and you want to render it, this is how you do it. And there are several options, and it actually is more complicated than it needs to be, in my opinion. But there is a pretty basic way to do it. So you have your finished landscape, and you can look at it in your main camera up here, see how it's going to look. And you want to render, so there's the render tab at the top, but before you render it, you want to make sure you're rendering it how you want it, so you open your options. And this is where it gets, in my opinion, more complicated. I choose final because preview, it comes out weird sometimes because it isn't exactly how your finished product and your main camera looks. I'm not sure what exactly that's for. And then click render to screen so that you can choose your resolution and your aspect ratio. So I'm going to do a really small resolution so that it will render quickly. And I'm going to click OK. Then back up to the render tab and click render this time. And as you can see, I have all these renders down here as well, but this one shouldn't take too long. This is what it'll look like when it's finished rendering, and you can still tweak it though. Sometimes it overexposes your image once it's finished for some reason. I think it's because sometimes the light source hasn't finished rendering. Right now it's... Anyway, so your image, okay, it's finished, there we go. And you'll be able to change that up here. Exposure, and it can get, like everything else, more complicated. You can color correct it, you can add lens flares, and then you can just save your final product using this button right here on the bottom right. And that's it. All right, see you.